This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 16th day of April in the year 2026. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting. Now here's what we're tracking tonight. The former Speaker of the National Assembly, Senior Counsel Ralph Ramkaran, has indicated that in the absence of constitutional reform, it will be difficult to remove the election commissioners who were nominated by a previous opposition. The change in the political landscape following the last elections, which led to the APNU-AFC alliance being replaced by the Win Party as the country's main opposition, has sparked calls for the current opposition-nominated election commissioners to step down to make way for 3 new commissioners. But in an interview that will air this Sunday on Sources, Senior Counsel Ramkaran said the Constitution is silent on the issue of term limits for election commissioners.
They're constitutional officers, they can't be removed easily.
Contextualizing the issue, Mr. Ramkaran explained that in the past, the Constitution established a clear term limit for the Elections Commission.
In the past, before Jimmy Carter, the Elections Commission consisted of representatives of the government and the opposition. And the Constitution provided that at some point after every election, the commissioners are required to the appointment ends. Okay.
It was also explained that once the elections were over, the commissioners were required to vacate their posts. However, changes to the Constitution in 2001 saw the removal of the clause that provided for the commissioners to vacate their posts. Those changes, Ramkaran said, were based on the recommendations put forward by the Carter Center.
During the Carter regime, the changes that were made in the Carter regime were to the effect that the government had 3 members and the opposition had 3 members, and the 2 of them get together and appoint a chairman. In the process of making those changes, it was the clause requiring commissioners to resign, the clause terminating the offices of commissioners was left out, was omitted. I think it was omitted inadvertently. So the offices remain. They're constitutional officers.
Ramkaran, who also once sat on the Constitutional Reform Commission, said it is now clear that there is a need for the Constitution to be amended to allow for commissioners to vacate their posts, as was in the case in the past. The leader of the opposition, Azruddin Mohammed, wants the 3 opposition-nominated commissioners, Vincent Alexander, Charles Corbin, and Desmond Trotman, to be replaced, but the commissioners have made it clear that they will not step down. In an interview with News Source earlier this week, the country's longest-serving commissioner, Vincent Alexander, said the opposition leader should seek a judicial review on the issue. The chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, retired Justice Claudette Singh, who has admitted that she has no power to remove the elections commissioners, has nonetheless failed to convene a meeting of the Elections Commission in more than 6 months, since elections were last held in September of last year. More news coming up in a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Deck the halls with Bowser.
This is your time.
Yeah, but we didn't get all we needed last Christmas, and now we can.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
Let's renovate our home and purchase appliances.
And plan a trip with the kids.
Or buy a new car.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza. Same day approvals. Apply in person or safely online. Plus a chance to win lots of prizes. This is your time to get what you need. Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
The future of oil and gas in Guyana isn't just offshore, it starts with you. You too can become an expert in oil and gas with full training right here at home for the first time at the Guyana Technical Training College Inc. in Port Moran, Berbice. This two-phase program equips you with the skills to operate and maintain FPSOs offshore Guyana with hands-on training from the 18-month accredited Advanced Diploma in Oil and Gas course. Don't just watch the industry grow with it. Take your first step toward a career in oil and gas. Since oil production started offshore, oil and gas companies have been investing in the long-term development of Guyana.
London, are you ready? This Town Week, we'll turn the heat all the way up. On Saturday, May 2nd, the ultimate experience. Team Rodney's Regional All Black. Dark Night at the Retrieve Ground Mackenzie. Performing live, straight out of Jamaica. 450. And turning up the stage, Jamal. Plus, special guest performance from Lyndon's very own, One Dan. Hosted by the unstoppable Gully Rez. Music powered by an all-star DJ lineup. Tickets are moving fast. Early Bird General $5,000. Stage front VIP $15,000. Elevated all-inclusive VIP $35,000. Grab yours now in Georgetown at HJ Box Office, Fireside Suite, and Freddy's Stop Rock Market in London at Rodney's Court. Word Access Top-Up Shop at Hexton Online and Tropical Reflections. Team Rodney, Regional All Black. It's not just a party, it's an experience.
As the world continues to grapple with the effects of the largest ever global oil supply disruption, President Irfan Ali has indicated that Guyana is building its capacity to withstand such shocks and has resumed serious discussions on having an oil refinery in the country. The president made a disclosure on Wednesday in a video release on social media.
Opportunities because we manage and we'll be able to manage the costs of our own power. And now we're in serious discussion back to have a refinery here in Guyana for national security and the fertilizer plant for national and regional security.
President Ali explained that the ongoing geopolitical tensions have reinforced the need for Guyana to strengthen its energy independence and resilience. While the country has emerged as a major oil-producing nation, Guyana still depends heavily on imported fuel, particularly for electricity generation. Initially, the country was focused on expanding its fuel storage capacity and was locked in discussions with U.S. company Curlew Midstream on a $300 million investment deal to have cheaper refined energy products made available to Guyana. However, the recent global developments have necessitated a policy shift to have a refinery established here. The president said already the country has invested in the power plant and the natural gas liquids plant at Wales, a project his government assures will redound significant benefits to the people of Guyana and will increase the country's capacity to withstand global shocks in the energy industry.
In Guyana, the long-term investments that we are making in our own gas plant and gas bottling plant will see us building up internal capacity to withstand certain shocks because we'll have our own natural gas. We'll control the price of energy by managing through our own natural gas the cost, bringing down the cost of energy by half.
The president also said the investments made today will create opportunities in the industrial and manufacturing industries and other sectors. It was disclosed earlier this week that he held discussions with the President of the Dominican Republic and other stakeholders on the need to devise a plan to cushion the impact of the current disruption and the lasting impact it will have on economies. The president said the entire world is reorienting its system as a result of the disruption to the global supply chain, and countries like Guyana and the Dominican Republic must learn from the situation.
Long before this crisis, as you know, my government implemented several initiatives to make our gas energy more secure. The Gas to Energy project, investment in renewables such as solar and hydro. We provided incentive for hybrid and electric vehicles, provide incentive for agriculture processing, value creation, and investment. The Gas to Energy will provide the country with LNG and fertilizer in the near future. And over the next 5 years, we will look towards completing the Gas to Energy 2 projects. Project in Berbice, which will further cement ourselves as a major supplier within the region and create energy security within the region.
The president assured that his government will continue to make decisions that will protect the country and its people, adding that his administration is closely monitoring and assessing the situation and remains in constant communication with the global players. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Cameron Persad-Bissessar, has slammed the management of the CARICOM Secretariat as dysfunctional, dishonest, and incompetent. In the past 2 weeks, the Trinidadian Prime Minister has been stepping up her criticism of the management of the regional body following the reappointment of Dr. Carla Barnett as the Secretary General of CARICOM. Persad-Bissessar has questioned the reappointment and has lashed out at the community, although other CARICOM leaders have indicated that they stand by the reappointment decision. In her latest broadside against the Secretariat, Persad-Bissessar accused the body of hiring friends, party hacks, relatives of politicians, and affiliates of region sister parties, who are then placed in managerial positions to maintain what she called the old boys club order. She said CARICOM's ideals towards integration, integrity, and inclusion are just a smokescreen masking a backroom operation to maintain the decades-old business elite status quo and dominance of sister political parties within the region. Far from being an inclusive body, she said CARICOM's operations are frequently hijacked to promote and assist aligned sister political parties to remain in office, while excluding those that are unaligned or historically not part of the entrenched political class. Persad-Bissessar has been critical of Dr. Barnett's reappointment at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM, which was held in February in St. Kitts and Nevis. In response to growing criticism by Persad-Bissessar of the process used to reappoint Dr. Barnett, the chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, over the weekend provided a detailed outline of the events that unfolded in the lead-up to and subsequent to the reappointment of Dr. Barnett. Maintaining that the established protocols were followed, Dr. Drew said that the Prime Minister of Trinidad departed St. Kitts on the first day of the conference, ahead of the retreat, and her Foreign Minister Sean Sobers was subsequently informed that he could attend the retreat on her behalf. Sobers, according to Dr. Drew, reportedly indicated that he had a problem with seasickness and may not be able to attend the forum, which was held in Nevis. It was during that retreat that the heads of government president took a decision to reappoint the Secretary General under Article 24 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. But Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar dubbed the appointment as surreptitious, corrupt, and flawed. She said in an attempt to dismiss the issues raised by her country, a WhatsApp message that was sent to all CARICOM foreign ministers on the morning of the retreat was omitted. According to the message sent by the CARICOM Secretary General, the retreat was a heads-only retreat. Notwithstanding any indication otherwise, he would like it to remain heads-only, the Secretary General said while referencing to the CARICOM chair. Persad-Bissessar said while her country remains committed to CARICOM, her government will not continue to contribute to CARICOM unless the issue is transparently addressed. She, however, stated that Trinidad and Tobago has fully supported CARICOM over the years and therefore will not be leaving the regional body. but intends to fix it. Meanwhile, weighing in on the ongoing controversy, Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador to the U.S. and the OAS, Sir Ronald Saunders, suggested that Dr. Barnett should consider tendering her resignation. According to Saunders, who also serves as the Chancellor of the University of Guyana, it is clear to him that at least one Prime Minister is not in favor of Dr. Barnett's reappointment. However, President Irfan Ali, in a recent interview, said he was part of the process that led to the reappointment of Dr. Barnett, and he stands by the majority decision of the regional bloc. A Florida-based attorney for sanctioned father and son businessmen Nazar and Azruddin Mohammed has written to the U.S. ambassador to Guyana, Nicole Theriot, indicating that it might not have been appropriate for her to make certain comments against his clients as their extradition matter remains before the court. The U.S. ambassador, during a recent appearance on the Sources talk show, which is produced by News Source, said the U.S. firmly believes that the Mohammeds are guilty of the crimes that they have been indicted for in the U.S. The Mohammeds are facing an 11-count indictment on allegations of tax evasion and mail and wire fraud. The U.S. government is seeking their extradition, and they are currently before the local court fighting that extradition request. The Florida-based attorney for the Mohammeds, Peter Kinter, said it may not be proper for the U.S. ambassador in Guyana to make what he considers to be inaccurate comments regarding pending legal matters about his clients. The attorney said under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, in the prominent role of diplomat and head of mission for the U.S., there is a duty to respect the laws and customs of the host country. The attorney told the diplomat that his clients are entitled to a fair hearing under the protection of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which declared that all are equal before the law and are entitled without discrimination to equal protection of the law. He said it may not be proper for the U.S. ambassador to comment on or attempt to influence something that is actively before the courts. Nazar and Azruddin Mohammed and their companies were sanctioned by the U.S. government in June of 2024, along with Government Permanent Secretary May Thomas. Just 1 year later, the father and son were indicted by a U.S. grand jury in October 2025 on allegations of mail and wire fraud, money laundering, and tax evasion. An official request for their extradition was received in late October 2025.
On a new date, Sunday 26th of April, Team Extra presents its annual Creek Explosion, performing live from Jamaica, Javinci. Granny Ivy and JJ Vibes. Music by DJ Bobby Kush, DJ Papa Feelings, DJ Magnum, DJ Garwin, David Hype, and Janus. Girls Dance Off Competition first prize $50,000, second prize $30,000, and third prize $20,000. At Aziza, Akusa, Creek, Outside, Splashman's on a new date, Sunday 26th of April. Early birds, ticket $3,000. Tickets location, White Castle Fish Shop, Fireside Suites, Just Your Size Boutique, HJ Box Office, Short Boss Boutique, and Team Extra Stabrook Market. Compliments of Fireside, Grill and Chill, Extra Ginger Ale, and Czar Lager Beer. Be a leader.
Dad the horse with Bowser.
This is your time.
Yeah, but we didn't get all we needed last Christmas, and now we can.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
Let's renovate our home and purchase appliances.
And plan a trip with the kids.
Or buy a new car.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza. Same day approvals. Apply in person or safely online. Plus a chance to win lots of prizes. This is your time to get what you need. Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash your soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash your soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash your soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
This Mother's Day, treat those special ladies to something extra special. Father Moe and Determined Family Enterprise presents RWB, Roses, Wine and Brunch. Join us on Sunday, May 10th at the BV Ground Tarmac, East Coast, Demerara. Gates open from 3 p.m. for an unforgettable afternoon of great food, fine wine, and amazing vibes. Enjoy entertainment by Super Ray, DJ Aquilo, Father Moe, Gully Ras, Papa, and Mikey Spice. Plus, over $600,000 in giveaways. Early bird admission just $4,000, or go elevated VIP for $12,000. RWB, Roses, Wine, and Brunch. Sunday, May 10th at the BV Ground Tarmac. Celebrate those special ladies the way they deserve. Compliments of Barefoot Wine, Hennessy, Heineken, Tropical Rhythm, Enet, Always, Pro Graphics, Caviar Coley, 94.1 Boom FM, Moet, and Fireside Grill and Chill.
Ice the cocoa tea, the sugar, and together we are complete, darling.
Please drink responsibly.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
A massive two-story building that was under construction in Atlantic Gardens on the east coast of Demerara collapsed on Wednesday night, killing a 46-year-old construction worker and injuring 7 other workers in the process. The building collapse was caught on camera by nearby surveillance cameras. The incident is being investigated by the police and the Ministry of Labor. The dead man has been identified as Radish Domingo, who was a resident of Monoripo on the east coast of Demerara. He is originally from Essequibo. Domingo was killed at around 7:10 on Wednesday night when the structure collapsed. When news source arrived at the scene, his lifeless body laid on the ground, covered with a white cloth, as the investigators cordoned off the area. At the scene of the tragedy, the man's family arrived and wept bitterly at the sight of his body.
Apparently, we don't know.
In a statement, the Guyana Police Force said 7 other men were injured in the incident. It also said early investigations have so far revealed that Domingo and the other construction workers were in the process of completing sections of the roof when the structure suddenly collapsed, resulting in them receiving multiple injuries. Domingo was reportedly trapped in the rubble. Both the police and the Guyana Fire Service were summoned to the scene, and emergency response personnel assisted in rushing the injured men to the hospital. Security camera footage is being reviewed as part of the probe. Let's tell you now that fishing communities and coastal businesses in Guyana are set to benefit from improved seabed mapping as the United Kingdom Hydrographic Office partners with Guyana's Maritime Administration Department to strengthen the country's capacity to survey and manage its waters. The UKHO specialists are working directly alongside MARID survey teams to share knowledge, transfer best practices, and calibrate the survey equipment on board Guyana's new vessel, the Arao. One staffer from MARID received formal hydrographic training at the UK-based internationally accredited institution over a 5-month period. In a statement, it was explained that the project builds on previous UK government support delivered through the Commonwealth Marine Economies Programme, which helped Guyana supply hydrographic data to UKHO for update nautical charts for key maritime traffic routes. The acting UK High Commissioner to Guyana, Liam McShane, said the UK is proud to work with Guyana to strengthen the country's hydrographic capabilities. According to the statement, over 90% of Guyana's population live along the coast and waterways, which underpins the country's economy. It explains that the partnership will give Guyana sustainable access to high-quality seabed data, the foundation for safe marine trade, fisheries management, and protecting coastal communities from climate change. Well, mobile phone subscriptions in Guyana surpassed 1 million users last year, according to a new report out from the Public Utilities Commission. Mobile subscribers increased from approximately 560,000 in 2011 to over 1 million subscribers last year, and the increase was linked to network upgrades, competitive offerings, and improved nationwide coverage, the PUC said in its report on the telecommunications sector. The chairman of the PUC, Dr. Nanda Gopal, said the increase in mobile subscriptions and mobile teledensity by more than 120% indicates widespread device ownership and multi-SIM usage. Additionally, fixed broadband subscriptions continue the upward climb, surpassing 130,000 subscribers. The figures, he said, underscores Guyana's accelerating digital transformation and the increasing importance of telecommunications to economic and social life. He said the telecommunications sector, for the most part, experienced remarkable growth in 2025 with the successful implementation of a number of portability in the country and increasing competition. He said the telecommunications sector, for the most part, experienced remarkable growth in 2025 with the successful implementation of number portability in the country, increasing competition. Implemented in February of 2025, number portability allows customers to seamlessly switch between telecommunications service providers while retaining their existing telephone numbers. Dr. Gopal said the introduction of the service significantly strengthened competition within the sector and empowered customers by giving them greater choice and flexibility. He said throughout 2025, the Commission closely monitored the performance of the various services, the impact, and emerging issues. According to the PUC chairman, competition further intensified with the entry of Starlink in April of 2025. Starlink was granted a license to provide fixed via satellite broadband internet service. Consumers now have a broader range of options and greater flexibility in selecting service plans tailored to meet their needs, the report said. In February of last year, the PUC also directed the implementation of the third tranche of termination rate reductions under the Telecommunications, Interconnection and Access Regulations 2020. The adjustments, Dr. Gopal explained, promoted fair competition, cheaper pricing, and prevented anti-competitive pricing distortions. The rates, he said, are to remain in effect until further notice from the PUC. Additionally, in accordance with the telecommunications pricing regulations, the Commission reviewed and approved in excess of 40 new and revised service plans from the operators. Dr. Gopal said the increase in service plans reflected competitive repositioning in response to evolving consumer demand patterns, adding that industry-wide capital expenditure and investments remained elevated. Linden Town Week 2026 has just gotten bigger. Join Go Mostly Entertainment on Thursday, the 30th of April at the Retrieve Hard Court in Linden for Big Woman Still Got Your Things, the official Linden Town Week Big People Party. And for the first time in Linden, live on stage, the Queen of Soca, Alison Hines. Plus 3 one-man bands and the one-woman band, Advance tickets are $5,000. Get your tickets at World Access Top-Up Shop on Republic Avenue, Mackenzie. Barnes Taxi in Mackenzie. Shemaine's Bar in the Mackenzie Market. R&T Clothing World in the Mackenzie Market. Sheba Hardware at 1 Mile Wisma. And Go Mosley Radio on Church Street in Georgetown. The Linden Town Week Big People Party 2026 with Allison Hines. Compliments of Banks Beer, XM Rums, GT Beer, drink responsibly. One Communications, Church's Chicken, Sheriff Security, 592T's, Star Party Rentals, Fireside Grill, and Go Mosley Radio.
Kick off this summer in style with Pink and Bougie. Experience the Eldorado Pink and Bougie Soca Brunch Gala on June 21st at Ivory on the Park Rooftop, Brooklyn, New York. Tickets are $75 each and include an all-you-can-eat premium buffet, plus a live performance by Denise Belfort. Music by DJ Nessie from Trinidad and Tobago, DJ Neville, DJ Energy, DJ Roddy, and DJ Princess Chow. Get your tickets now from the Eventbrite or Caribbean Bites Restaurant, 488 East 98th Street, Brooklyn. Vibing from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on June 21st at the Eldorado Pink and Bougie Soca Brunch. Good food, great music, and unforgettable energy. Dress pink and bougie. This is where summer begins.
Welcome to Churches New Amsterdam.
20 years of churches, chickens, you and us, and there is nothing missing. So many friends and strangers pass through our doors, and they always come back for more. Guyana, the love keeps growing, and we thankful for the support you are showing. There's so many locations and much more to come. It's gratitude and celebration. Can you feel the love? 20 years of churches, chickens, you and us, and there is nothing missing. So many friends and strangers pass through our doors, and they always come back for more. Feel the love.
Guyana, up your cash! Over 100 winners! More than $2.5 million in cash and prizes up for grabs. Win cash every week. Plus a chance to up your cash to $500,000. And that's not all. Win back your grocery bill up to $20,000 cash every week. Just grab any Buster Turbo Energy Drink, Fruitopia, Oasis Flavored Water, Fruita, or Viva Sparkling Flavored Water. Look for the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana on Facebook or Instagram for details. Up your cash today.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Oil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Oil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future.
Feel spice power in every sip.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall. In the region, a senior Shia Islamic leader is calling on the government of Trinidad and Tobago to urgently reassess its decision to designate several international organizations as terrorist entities, warning that the move risks importing foreign geopolitical conflicts into Trinidad and Tobago's domestic legal and political space. Imam Jafari Salim of the Alal Bay Islamic Association of Trinidad and Tobago said Wednesday that the move was a serious and unnecessary escalation that could carry diplomatic and social consequences for the country.
In gazetted notices published on Monday, the government listed Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as terrorist entities. The designations were issued under the country's counter-terrorism framework and accompanied by high court orders freezing assets linked to the listed entities pending further legal proceedings. The U.S. military said on Wednesday it struck a vessel in the Eastern Pacific, killing 3 people in the Trump administration's latest strikes that have been condemned by human rights advocates. According to Reuters, the U.S. Southern Command alleged that the vessel was operated by designated terrorist organizations that it did not identify. It added that no U.S. military forces were harmed. It described those killed as male narco-terrorists without offering details. Intelligence confirmed that the vessel was transiting along known narco-trafficking routes in the Eastern Pacific and was engaged in narco-trafficking operations, the U.S. Southern Command said on X. The strike comes a day after the U.S. military said that another of its strikes in the Eastern Pacific killed 4 people, while a separate strike on Monday in the region had killed 2. President Donald Trump's administration has been striking vessels that it accuses of transporting narcotics. The U.S. military strikes on such vessels have killed more than 170 people since September. Experts and human rights advocates, both in the U.S. and globally, have questioned the legality of the strikes. And finally tonight, international news. The United States will likely approve pending weapons sales to Taiwan in coming weeks. A bipartisan group of senators assured Taiwanese lawmakers in a letter urging Taipei to hasten its stall defense spending in the face of pressure from China. The letter comes ahead of a planned May 14 to 15 trip to China by U.S. President Donald Trump, whose moves to secure a favorable trade deal with China's leader Xi Jinping have raised concerns in the U.S. and Taiwan that he could curb Washington's military support for the democratically governed island. According to the senators, the United States Congress is fully committed to the timely delivery of critical capabilities to Taiwan. Those packages include counter-drone assets, an integrated battle command system, and medium-range munitions to enhance Taiwan's air defenses. Taiwan President Lai Ching-te last year proposed $40 billion in extra defense spending to counter China. But the opposition, led by the KMT, has tied up the proposal in favor of its own, less expensive plan. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.